Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amy, and in my channel I talk about plants and my life and journey with my plants. In today's video I'm just going to show you how I water my plants and some plant chores. A while ago Vivosun reached out to me to ask if I want anything from their product lines, and I've always used a water pump, like a sprayer before, and it's 5 liters, and it's getting kind of old. The rubber ring is falling off, so I asked Vivosun to send me one of their bigger battery power sprayer to help me try to up my watering game for my plants. So the sprayer that I chose from Vivosun is a 4-gallon sprayer, and I think it's actually meant to be used like for outdoor spraying pesticide for plants. But because I have plants all over my house, and I really only have 3 sinks in my house, it's just not realistic for me to bring all the plants to the sink anymore. So I have been actually just have a saucer underneath or a cache pot with my plants and water the plants in the spot that they are being kept. So I find that this is a very helpful tool for me. I really enjoy the 5-liter sprayer that I have been using, but I find that that's just not enough water for me to go around watering all my plants. So I kind of went a little bit greedy when I chose this pump or this sprayer. I chose the 4-gallon one, and I didn't realize that because it is battery powered and the battery is quite heavy, and then when there is so much water in this water pump, it's quite heavy to handle. But the good thing is I don't really need to move it around so much. My plants are all in groups, so once I've moved them to a spot, I can just put it on the ground and water it from there. You can also use it as a backpack. There's like really sturdy straps in the back, but I don't find that I need to do that. Another thing that I have noticed about this one compared to my 5-liter water sprayer is that because I think this is a sprayer meant for pesticides, that the spray, I'm not able to control it to have a smaller stream, whereas the smaller water sprayer, I was able to turn the spray a little bit smaller and less powerful. But that's something so the spray makes a little bit more of a mess that I will have to clean up afterwards, just wipe it down. But I find that the advantage of having something so powerful and something that can contain so much water, and also something that I don't need to pump every time I water. With my manually pump one, I have to continually pump it to get the pressure to stay. But with this one, I just need to charge it, and it's good to go. If you guys are worried about my camera, don't worry. I know that it looks like it's wet. I actually filmed this video with my GoPro. I really love my GoPro. I got it for my Costa Rica trip, thinking that I'll be filming a lot in the rainforest. And it's waterproof, it's so sturdy, so I decided to film this watering video with the GoPro. There's gonna be just a little bit of watering footage for the next few minutes, and I kind of want to take this time to talk to you guys a little bit about my miscarriage. I know a lot of you saw my video update about what happened, and if you haven't seen it, we just found out recently that we were pregnant, and we just found out recently that we lost the baby at just around 7 weeks old. We went to our first ultrasound at 9 weeks, and we were told that there was no more heartbeat on the baby, and the baby had stopped growing. So it was something that my family and I were really grieving over, and we're still processing over what happened. And I had shared with you guys on my video a couple videos ago. And so many of you have left comments and share with me your own personal experience with this. And this is really the first time that I realized just how common a miscarriage is. I can't tell you how many people I've talked to, and because this happened to me, that they told me that it has happened to them or their loved ones. I really felt like it really opened up my eyes to there's a whole new world, and really connect me to so many women, so many families over this. So it was a thing that I don't wish upon anybody, and I really wish we're still pregnant, and I look at other people's pregnancy or their beautiful newborn babies, and I'm so envious, and I wish that's us. But if there's anything good that's come out of this experience, is that I'm glad that I get to understand this common experience and this common grief, this thing that so many people have gone through or are going through. And I'm just grateful to I don't know, be part of this collective, even though it's hard, even though it's sad. And as I've mentioned before, it's made me so grateful of my plants, to have something that I could so tangibly touch and nurture and watch grow. When I'm grieving for this loss, it's just beyond, it's just so healing. I know so many of you in this community probably could relate and understand how healing caring for plants is. I'm just to be able to turn to my greens and to care for them and distract myself, and also pour out so much of my love. I'm really just so grateful that I have this passion. Over here, these plants don't really need to be watered, but I also really like spraying my plants, even though it makes a huge mess in the cabinet. I've mentioned this in one of my Instagram posts that immediately after having found out that we've lost the baby, I had this really distinct feeling that my world just retracted, and that we've lost so much. My world had gotten so much smaller. All the plans that we've made, all the dreams and the hopes and all the imaginations of Wolfie holding the baby, us going to visit my grandma's with the baby, it just felt like everything was taken away. But having connected with you guys and having my plants to turn to and to watch them grow, it didn't take a very long time for me to stop feeling like my world is so small. I was very, very quickly reminded of how rich and how nourishing my life is. And a lot of you have given me hope that even though I've lost one pregnancy, it's not an impossible thing for me to be able to still get pregnant in the future and have a healthy baby. I have been so inspired, always so inspired by Charmaine from Planned Parenthood. She was actually showing a lot of her mom's plants that are grown in glass jars, and I love the way they look. So I decided to start collecting glass jars, and I want to, I don't know, like transplant so many of my plants into this type of setting. And again, like I mentioned, I always water my plants in the spot. So with no drainage hole, it just makes it so much easier for me to keep things cleaner. Yeah, and I just really love the way it looks. So here I'm just repotting my Anthurium vichii, the king Anthurium. I'm a little bit scared of transferring them from sphagnum moss and like perlite into pond, but this is a metallicum that I just got. It's so beautiful and so cute. Yeah, anyway, so I did some research online. A lot of people just say that their Anthuriums transfer with very, very little problem from the potting, whatever potting mix they had into pond. It seemed like they didn't mind it at all. So after reading those feeds, I just felt much more confident in transferring some of my Anthuriums. So wish them luck for the roots to adapt easily. So in here, I just want to show you guys how I usually mount my plants into the terrarium. This is the philodendron griselle that I adore. Look at those beautiful glossy hearts. And I want to grow it in the terrarium. So I will usually take a couple of sections of the
come play with nice
of the wires.
Come with Ruby.
And then anchor it with sphagnum moss into the terrarium, because the terrarium is really like there's a lot of foam in the background, so it's really easy to anchor plants into the terrarium. But I kind of just took photos instead of videos by accident of the process, so I didn't really get to show you guys how it's done. I hope you guys get the idea anyways of how the plants are anchored into the terrarium. And that's everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy seeing the watering routine that I do and some of the plant chores. And I will see you guys soon again. Bye.